Good morning, everyone. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Please raise your hands if I'm audible. Let's get the basics absolutely right first, and then we'll jump into this very important session for IIT. So tomorrow is your first IIT entrance called IIT Gate. Okay. So today let's go into the last minute doubts which you may have regarding this examination, and we'll try to clear it out to the best of our abilities. Okay. So I have already received many doubts, so I'll clear many of them right now first, and then we'll go into the other areas. So let's just delve into it. Give me a couple of minutes. Till then, for the ones who are new to EduSure, I'll just give you a brief introduction about what EduSure is. All right. Okay. Okay. So now let's go into the doubts one by one. So we'll begin with the GATE and the JAM 2022 paper. So I'll start with the JAM 2022. So I'm sure that each of you realize that question numbers 21 to 25. So this is for all those who have asked for the JAM 2022 solutions. Question 1 to question 25 is available on YouTube. You can see all the solutions from there. Question numbers 26 to question number 60 is being made available to all the students who have a doubt in these, and the solution for them can be easily accessed by contacting an EduSure admissions department. Okay, so you can contact an EduSure employee at 81008 24600/01. You can contact them immediately in order to get the JAM 2022 solutions. You have 1 week time for JAM, so you can contact them after the GATE examination tomorrow and get access to all these solutions. I'll just share one or two of them. I'm not going to go majorly into these solutions because they are already available. So we'll be wasting precious time in order to solve these questions. But I've got a couple of questions from there, which I'll just solve. Any particular questions anyone wants me to solve, I'll be happy to solve it. Any particular question, even after seeing the solution, you were not able to do it, I'll be happy to clear it out if you have any doubts. You can put it in the chat box. You can put it in the chat box. Okay. So 2022 doubt session, I'm getting one doubt. Okay. Sure. I'll do question number 53. Okay. Question number 53, even after seeing the solution, you were not able to do it. Achha, theek hai. Question number 53, I'll do it. DSC ISI questions we'll reserve for a later time. Okay. IIT GATE is right tomorrow, and hence we want to concentrate on that a little bit more. So this is JAM 2022, question number 53. So this is what the question is. So I need to basically find out integration T log 1 plus 2T dt. Let's go ahead and find that out first. This is what the question is. Yeah. So use integration by parts, the Eilert rule, algebra, and then logarithm first. So log 1 plus 2 by t into the integration of t minus derivative of log 1 plus 2 by t multiplied by integration of t dt whole dt. Got it? So this is what we need to do. And now just basically solve this. So t square by 2 log of 1 plus 2 by t minus the derivative of this is 1 by 1 plus 2 by t into minus 2 by t square into t square by 2. This minus minus becomes plus dt. So t square by 2 log of 1 plus 2 by t plus this is t goes on top and I get t plus 2 at the bottom. So I can add 2, subtract 2, basically make it a partial fraction. T square by 2 log of 1 plus 2 by t plus integration 1 minus 2 by t plus 2 dt. So this basically becomes t square by 2 log of t plus 2 by t plus t minus 2 log of mod t plus 2 plus c. This is what I have. Okay, let's reproduce it there on the JAM. This is already available on YouTube. This is a YouTube live event. So if you have any issues, you can always go back. So we can put this here. T square by 2 log of t plus 2 by t minus t plus t, sorry, minus 2 log t plus 2. Okay, now we basically need to put it in this format. So I'll get t square by 2 log of t plus 2 minus t square by 2 log t plus t minus 2 log t plus 2. Okay. So log t plus 2 common. I get t square by 2 minus 2 plus t square by 2 minus log t plus t plus c. So just compare this gt will be the same as log t plus 2. This ft will be the same as minus log t. T is the same as kt. That makes k is equal to 1. So what will be the value of 2k? It will be 2. Right? That's it. You don't have to do anything else. So you just have to do the integration, put it in the form, and that's it. Okay. ठीक है? Right. Okay. Next, let's go into the next doubt. Okay. Any other? Komal, what's your doubt? Your doubt is from the mock test. I'm not taking mock test doubts today. Mock tests are not very important. The most important thing is the actual examination. Tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So actually, I have a question of hypothesis testing. So I have did a lots of questions from hypothesis testing, but this one is PDF plus hypothesis testing. That is, मतलब PDF भी है उसमें और hypothesis testing भी है.
बोलिए क्या डाउट है?
मॉक टेस्ट अगर आप मॉक टेस्ट खोल सके तो फिर उसमें क्वेश्चन
ऐसे ही आप बोलिए मॉक टेस्ट को अभी खोलना विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट.
सो एक्चुअली बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है इसलिए तो
कैन यू टेल मी कि कॉन्सेप्चुअली आपको क्या है प्रॉब्लम इन दैट?
सर एक्चुअली आई डोंट नो हाउ टू अप्रोच दैट क्वेश्चन.
क्या है? इज इट अ कंडीशनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन? इज इट द एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ अ कंडीशनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन? क्या है?
सर रैंडम वेरिएबल के दो रैंडम वेरिएबल्स पीडीएफ के दो रैंडम वेरिएबल्स हैं जिनको नल हाइपोथेसिस में एक कंडीशन है पीडीएफ की और अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस में एक पीडीएफ की कंडीशन है. फिर उन दोनों को निकाल के
छोड़ दीजिए, अभी वो इतना नहीं है इम्पोर्टेंट. इट इज वेरी सिमिलर टू दैट DSC 2012 क्वेश्चन नंबर 36, जहां पर दी ऑल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस में कुछ है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड द नल हाइपोथेसिस में कुछ है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. तो इन दैट केस आप एक बार मेरा वो वीडियो को देख लीजिएगा.
ठीक है.
You have access to that, right?
Yes, okay.
DSC 2012 क्वेश्चन नंबर 36 है या 37 है, ऐसा कुछ है. आप टेस्टिंग ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस का मेरा नोट्स को एक बार देखिएगा, उसमें आपको मिल जाएगा टाइप 1 एरर एंड टाइप 2 एरर के साथ में कैसे डील करते हैं.
सर एक और थोड़ा सा डाउट था, मतलब डाउट नहीं है, बस ये पूछना था कि सर जो हम लोग मॉक टेस्ट छुड़ाए थे, मतलब मैंने जो मॉक टेस्ट छुड़ाया था उसमें बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस का डिटेल आंसर नहीं था, तो वो कहाँ पे मिल सकता है?
डिटेल आंसर आपको मिला है दूसरा यूजर आईडी एंड पासवर्ड.
कहाँ पे सर?
यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड तो आपको मिला होगा ना नया मॉक टेस्ट का पोर्टल के लिए.
वो कॉम्पस की बात करेंगे आप सर?
करेक्ट.
एक्चुअली सर मैं गई थी उस साइट पे, बट वो साइट हमेशा नॉट रीचेबल मतलब ऐसे दिखा रहा है.
आप कहाँ पर क्लिक कर रहे हैं? मेरे को स्टूडेंट्स ने ये चीज बोला है कि सर आई कैन नॉट लॉग इन. उनको वेबसाइट ही नहीं पता कि कहाँ पर उनको लॉग इन करना है. compass.com पे जाइए, लॉगिन के एरिया में जाइए, अपना यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड को पुट करिए. एवरीवन इज बीइंग एबल टू डू इट.
मतलब हम लोग ने जो लॉगिन पोर्टल पे जो लॉगिन यूजर आईडी और पासवर्ड वही डालना है?
आपके पास में ईमेल गया है कोमल, मैं और
ओके
क्या
ईमेल.
क्या तरीके से एक्सप्लेन करूं? ऑल द इंस्ट्रक्शंस आर देयर इन द ईमेल.
ओके
You can alternatively call the admissions team also, but अभी करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. कल आपका एग्जामिनेशन है, खाली पास्ट पेपर के ऊपर में फोकस करें. अभी कुछ और फोकस नहीं करना है.
I'm not giving IIT gate exam, that's all.
जैम
Yeah,
दे
I'm
रहे हैं ना?
giving jam
तो जैम के लिए तो एटलीस्ट गेट एंड जैम के क्वेश्चंस को अच्छे से आपने कर लिया मास्टर. ईच एंड एवरी कॉन्सेप्ट आपको अच्छे से समझ में आ गया?
Yes
जो
sir.
भी क्वेश्चंस आया है श्योर आ गया है? वेरी गुड. तो फिर रिलैक्स करिए, अभी कुछ और नहीं करना है.
इतना भी मतलब ओके सर, आप कंटिन्यू करिए।
ठीक है, ओके, तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में चलते हैं। अच्छा, क्वेश्चन नंबर 36 हैज बीन डाउट। यस, 36, ठीक है, 36 को मैं सॉल्व करता हूं। मैं सबके डाउट्स को वन बाय वन क्लियर करूंगा, सो डोंट वरी। ओके, सबके डाउट्स होंगे क्लियर, तो डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट। जस्ट गिव मी अ मोमेंट, चैट बॉक्स में भी कुछ कुछ आ रहे हैं डाउट्स। चलिए, इसके बाद में वील डू दैट। ओके ओके, जैम 2022 क्वेश्चन नंबर 36, द डिमांड फंक्शन एंड द सप्लाई फंक्शन। इसको करने के काफी सारे तरीके हैं। एक तरीका इज बेसिकली, क्योंकि यहां पर दिया हुआ है कि इक्विलिब्रियम में ये है, यू कैन इक्वेट बोथ ऑफ देम आल्सो, या इंडिपेंडेंटली इफ यू डिफरेंशिएट then also it can be done by a Kramer's rule। ठीक है, सो अगर मैं इसको लिखूं और इसको डिफरेंशिएट करूं, एफ पी एक्स आई is equal to g p x a। now if qx is equal to qs, then which of the following is correct? So dpx dA, so if I differentiate this entirely, what do I get? I get basically del f del px dpx plus del f del I di is equal to del g del px dpx plus del g del a da। Now क्वेश्चन में पूछा है del px dpx da epx I, ये सब दिया हुआ है। सो dpx da सबसे पहले तो वो फाइंड आउट करते हैं। So only dpx and da, so ये di का पार्ट will become 0। okay, so dpx को कॉमन अगर मैं लेता हूं, del f del px minus del g del px is equal to del g del a da। This da goes on the other side and you get dpx da is equal to del g del a divided by del f del px minus del g del px। So by complete differentiation, you get this answer. Del px dpx da is equal to del g del a del f del px minus del g del px। So which of the following is correct? Therefore, the second one is definitely correct. Option B is definitely correct. Now epx a is what we need to find out. Epx a will be basically, EPXA is dpx dA into a by px। So into a by px, if I do here, dpx dA into a by px is equal to del g del a into a by px। तो a by q into q by px लिख सकते हैं, q q कैंसिल हो जाएगा, del f del px minus del g del px। Now this del g del a into a by q, that's what I wanted to find out। So del g del a into a by q, and if this goes down, it becomes px by q into del f del px minus px by q into del g del px। So this is basically what the numerator is, divided by this is elasticity of p px by q into del f del px. This is the elasticity of demand, this is the elasticity of supply। So elasticity of demand minus elasticity of supply, and if I take a look at this, this gives me option A। So it's nothing but इसको खाली differentiate करना है and you will be able to find it out। डेरिवेटिव को क्या एक्सप्लेन करें यहाँ पे? दिस इज अ सिंपल डेरिवेटिव। This, I differentiate it entirely. I get this. Then I multiply by a by px because that is what the question is asking. EPXA. EPXA is this. Elasticity of px with respect to a. So ये हो गया. Then you basically simplify it. All right. ठीक है. GATE 2022 45. GATE 2021 25. ठीक है. GATE 2022 45. जैम के हो गए. Take a look at this. This is GATE 2022 question number 45. Question number 45. Suppose a firm has the following production function. Now, whenever I have this kind of a production function, we have already seen a problem like this in ISI. Okay. So whenever we have this kind of a production function, this min x1, x2 and min x3, x4, this combination itself are perfect substitutes, and in itself, it is a perfect complement. So the cost function that you will get is something like this. It is basically minimum of. The concept is basically that if I need to produce one output, I can either choose to produce it with one x1 and one x2, or I choose to produce it with one x3 and one x4. Please understand that if I want to produce one output will be minimum of 1, 1 plus 0, or it will be 0 plus minimum of 1, 1. So either I will be producing it with x1 and x2, or I will be producing it with x3 and x4. So this min of x1, x2 and this min of x3, x4 are perfect substitutes. Okay, either I produce with this or I produce with this. So if I have to produce one output, please understand, if I do it by x1, x2, I will have to spend money in acquiring x1 by paying w1 and x2 by paying w2. So my entire cost of manufacturing one unit of output with the help of x1 and x2 will be 6. Whereas if I produce one output with x3, x4, then my cost will be w3 plus w4, which is basically 3 plus 6, which is equal to 9. So as a producer, obviously I will be choosing to produce it with x1 and x2 because my cost is only 6. Here my cost is 9. So what should happen for the input choice? The input choice should be x3 and x4. I should not be producing at all. I should not be demanding at all. I should only be producing with x1 and x2. That's it. Okay. That is what I've explained here as well. W1 plus W2, comma W3 plus W. So for one output, I will either produce that one output by putting x1 and x2 as 1, 1, or I'll get one output by putting x3 and x4 as 1, 1. So this I have already explained. This is what it is. This is GATE 2022. Question number 56. So what? Question number 40. This is a very lengthy question. Okay. I'll just bear with me. I'll just share with you very quickly how I have done this. Okay.
2022. Question number 56. So what you have is you have data set 1, data set 2. There is data here. Okay. There are basically 12 samples here and 14 samples here. 12 and 14. Yeah. Right. So it will be a t-test of comparing means. The options are 4, 7, 10, and 13. Okay. A, B, C, and D. Right. You will have to tell me what will be the answer. Multiple options can be correct in this case. Anti-log is basically e to the power of anything. Okay. Also, it depends on what is the base. If it is base e, then it will be e to the power of something. If it is base 10, then it will be 10 to the power of something. Okay. Take a look at this and tell me what is the answer. You'll have to solve this. So get into that process where you may have to solve the entire thing. You'll have to find out X bar. You'll have to find out S1, S2. You'll have to find out all of that. Please do it and tell me what you're getting. Holistic problem here in front of you. Please do it. So, sure. So a few of you have given me some answers. So what I'll do is I'll just share the mean and the standard deviation, so on. So this is data first. This is the second data. 12 is the number of the first data and 14 is the number of the second data. These are the two means. Standard deviation are 7.1 and 6.9. S square are these. S square by n, which I don't have to do because here what I'll do is I'll have to basically find this out. T is equal to T. What is the degree of freedom? 12 plus 14 minus 2 is equal to 24. The degree of freedom is 24. X1 bar minus X2 bar minus some gamma. Here H0 is mu1 minus mu2 is equal to gamma. Mu1 minus mu2 not equal to gamma. It's given in the question. सर कहाँ पर दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन? ये देखिए, ये रहा क्वेश्चन में अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस दिया हुआ है, नल हाइपोथेसिस दिया हुआ है. Okay, at 10% level of significance, that's also given. So basically whatever distribution I'll have to take 5% here and 5% here, and it's t distribution with 24 degree of freedom. So the t distribution will be basically x1 bar minus x2 bar minus gamma divided by s root over 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2, because it is given that consider a unknown common variance. Unknown common variance, I'll have to take into account this s, where s square is n1 s1 square plus n2 s2 square by n1 plus n2 minus 2. Okay, this is what I need to consider. So I'll have to find out this s. So this is n1 s1 square, this is n2 s2 square, this is adding them, and then this is basically dividing by 24. So I'll get this. So this is my value, s square, the common variance, the common estimated standard deviation. So I take the under root. So this is my s value. So x1 bar minus x2 bar minus gamma s, which is 7.293, 1 by 12 plus 1 by 14. So try to find this value out. Okay, try to find this value out. Please do it. Please tell me what you're getting exactly. What value minus gamma divided by 7.29 into root over 1 by 12 plus 1 by 14. So you'll notice that this will be 7.21 minus gamma divided by 2.87. Okay, 7.21 minus gamma divided by 2.87. Okay, for which of the following values of gamma should the null hypothesis H0 be accepted against the alternative at 10% level? So the value of T24 should be such that H0 is not rejected. Okay, so H0 is not rejected is already given to you. So what should be the value of gamma such that this happens? These are the 4 options. You can put your answer in the chat box. Like if you think that A and D are the answer, then A and D. If you think that A and B is the answer, then put A and B. Okay, make an attempt and put your answer in the chat box. Do it. Because basically what we need to see is T24 two-tailed test, 5% here, 5% here. Okay, so T24.95, 1.711 to minus 1.711, 1.711. So what needs to happen is 7.21 minus gamma by 2.87. This absolute value has to be less than 1.711 so that it lies in this region and H0 is not rejected. So you can put in the values. If I put 4, 7.21 minus 4 by 2.87, you'll notice that it will not lie. It will be less than 1.711. It will not lie in the critical region. So this is true. 7, again, you'll notice that it will lie in the acceptance region. 10, again, you'll notice that it will lie in the acceptance region. 13, you'll notice that it will lie in the critical region. So the answer is A, B, and C. That will be the answer. A, B, and C. Is this okay? Please raise your hand if this is okay. This is the answer. You just have to check. Once you find out the 7.21 minus gamma by 2.87, this absolute value has to be less than 1.77, 711. So that's it. That's all that you need to check.
All right. So this is what is IIT GATE 2022. Okay. Now I'm getting 2021, question number 25. Okay. Okay. GATE 2021. Question number 25. Consider a Cournot type N-firm natural spring oligopoly where the market demand for natural spring water is this. A positive. The N firms are symmetric. Each firm incurs a bottling cost of C into QI, the equilibrium market price. Let's go on the whiteboard and solve it. C into QI. This is what is given. Okay. How many firms are there? N firms are there. Right. So the profit of the ith firm can be written as QI into A minus QI somewhere UN minus C into QI. A minus Q1 minus Q2 minus 2QI minus Qn minus C is equal to 0. So what you will ultimately get is, you will get A minus C is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus dot 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 plus 2QI plus dot 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 Qn. This basically N plus 1 into Q, assuming that since each of the firm are identical, so all of them produce the same quantity. So you'll get this. So Q is equal to A minus C by N plus 1. Okay. Therefore, capital Q will be equal to N by N plus 1 into A minus C. Therefore, the equilibrium price is A minus N by N plus 1 into A minus C. Just AN minus A minus AN plus NC. So NC minus A by N plus 1. Okay. AN plus A, sorry. AN plus A minus AN plus NC. So P is basically A plus NC divided by N plus 1. This is the equilibrium price. A plus NC by N plus 1. Bombay. Is this okay? The ones who have had a doubt in this particular question? Sure. Okay. Okay. 2021, 31 and 32. Thirty-one is a problem where, if you notice, this is like a prisoner's dilemma problem, wherein the Nash equilibrium will come out to be 30-30. So in order to ensure that graze heavily is not a dominant strategy, because this 55 is obviously greater than 40 and this 30 is obviously greater than 20. Okay, so he should always choose graze heavily. But if I have to go to a more Pareto superior outcome of 40-40, what I need to do is I need to ensure that there is a discounting factor. And the discounting factor is that 30 multiplied by the discount factor should be less than equal to 20, should be less than 20. Because then in that case, what happens is I'm basically discounting the graze heavily part. Okay, 30x less than 20, so x is less than 2 by 3. Also 55x should be less than 40, so x should be less than 40 by 55. So this is basically 8 by 11, and this is basically 2 by 3. Now, if I want to convert this into a common denomination, I'll have to multiply this by 3. So 24 by 33, and this by 11. So this is 22 by 33. So obviously 2 by 3 is lower. 2 by 3 is lower than 24 by 33. Correct? So therefore, 2 by 3 is approximately 0.67. So the discounting has to be at least 0.67. So 0.67 is the minimum. Like if I do the discounting at 0.7, then also graze heavily will be a Nash equilibrium. So the discount factor to 1 decimal place has to be 0.6. It cannot be 0.7 because it has to be less than this. Nandini, tell me.
So for question number 32, so I understood how we found out the premium, but while writing the answer, a premium was around 6 lakh some thousands. But when we were writing the insurance, yes, sir.
Premium was 3,06,842.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I got interchanged by the values of 3 and 6. But while the answer was 9.5 to 9.99. So I couldn't understand why we added that extra 6.
So this is the insurance premium, right?
Right.
So there is a Mediclaim insurance premium that you pay. So supposing you buy a medical insurance, you pay a premium of 30,000 for a coverage of say 30 lakh.
Right.
Okay. So you will purchase an insurance of 30 lakh for an insurance premium of 30,000.
Okay.
So here I need to put in the amount that I will be willing to buy the insurance amount for, not the insurance premium.
Okay.
So
So
I'll
that
be
would
willing
be
to
the
buy
entire
an
worth of the
insurance
car.
for the
That would be
entire
the
worth of the car. Correct.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. What else do we have a doubt in? Let's see. Hold on. 2021, what else? 32, okay. Okay. Any other specific doubt for GATE 2021 that I have missed out on? No. Okay. Question 15. Yes, so this we have already discussed in the class. So if I have external economies, that basically means that, see, economies of scale means that the average cost is decreasing. Okay. Diseconomies of scale means average cost is increasing. So external economies exist means that the average cost is decreasing. Okay. So when the demand increases in a perfectly competitive market, what should happen as quantity increases when the average cost is falling? If quantity increases, average cost also decreases, and hence the price also decreases. That's it. Because there's a perfectly competitive market in the long run. In the long run, price is equal to average cost. Right? So that's it. Hmm. 36. The answer is 8. I'll just share with you. I'll share with you the procedure. Please solve it. Okay. I'm not going to go in the solving bit. What you need to do is you need to maximize the profit, wherein Q is equal to this. So you'll understand that Q by root A 100 minus Q by root A will be equal to P. So what you'll do is Q into 100 minus Q by root A minus the cost minus the advertising expenditure. This is what the profit will be. Then you basically do del pi del Q and do del pi del A. You just have to do these two, right? Once you do these two, you will be able to find out your optimal value of Q and your optimal value of A. Okay, you will get your optimal value of Q will be 20 root A. Your optimal value of P will be 80. And your root A value will be 200. You will get this. Then what do you need to find out? You need to find out A by PQ. So you'll basically get root A by 1600. So you'll get 200 by 1600. So you'll get 1 by 8. Okay. It's only a derivative, the differentiation. You should be able to do it. Okay, next Jam 2021. I'm just opening that Jam 2021.
Jam 2021 question number 22. तो हमें दिया हुआ है that x1 star is 1, x2 star is 0, x3 star is equal to 2 be an optimal solution of the linear programming problem this. If lambda 1 star lambda 2 star is an optimal solution of its dual, then what can be said about lambda 1 star and lambda 2 star? Okay, अगर मुझे primal and dual problem के solution के relationship के बारे में नहीं पता है, then what I should be looking to do is I should be looking to form the dual problem, okay, and then solve it. ठीक है, तो इसको हम लोग ऐसे लिखेंगे क्योंकि ये minimize है. Ensure that all the constraints is greater than equal to. So this will be minus x1 plus x2 greater than equal to minus 1. तो ये problem का dual will be basically maximize. ये minimize था तो वो maximize हो जाएगा. Let's use a different color. बहुत light है. Okay. तो minimize है ये maximize हो जाएगा. यहाँ पर है minus 1 and 3. So minus lambda 1 plus 3 lambda 2 subject to minus x1 and plus x1 है ना. So minus lambda 1 plus lambda 2 less than equal to 1, that is the coefficient of x1, then lambda 1 plus lambda 2 less than equal to 5, coefficient of x2, and 0 lambda 1 plus lambda 3 less than equal to 2, lambda 1 and lambda 2 greater than equal to 0. तो इसको हम लोग ड्रॉ करेंगे, बहुत इजीली ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं, क्विकली वी कैन डू इट. हम लोग बेसिकली सोल्यूशन है -1 and 1, कुछ ऐसा बनेगा लाइन. Second coefficient is 5 for each. Third coefficient is lambda 3 less than equal to 2. Basically, the basic feasible region will be this. Okay. Now, minus lambda 1 plus 3 lambda 2, if I equate it to 1, so towards the left, that is increase my lambda 2. So that will happen at this point. ये point क्या है? ये point is basically lambda, sorry, ये lambda 3 लिख दिया, lambda इसमें put करिए, so minus lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2 star. This is the relationship between lambda 1 and lambda 2.
Sir, for this one, I think it is a very basic doubt, but for minus lambda 1 plus lambda 2 less than equal to 1, I
Yeah.
feel that we should have shaded the portion towards the left hand side rather than the right hand side. So I don't know,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't understand why I'm unable to understand that basic point.
No, that's okay. So basically, this is the line that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, if I increase my value of lambda 2, leaving the value of lambda 1 unchanged, that is the left hand side.
Yeah.
Now, if supposing lambda 1 is stuck at say 0,
Mm-hmm.
and I start increasing the value of lambda 2, this will not be less than equal to 1.
Okay. Yeah.
It will go up. So like a point like a 0,4, if I put here, 0,4 will give me the value 4.
4.
So 4
Okay,
is
okay.
not less than equal to 1. Hence
Yeah,
the
yeah.
left hand side is not there. As a thumb
Okay.
rule, what
Mm-hmm.
I personally do is I
Mm-hmm.
basically compare it with the origin. So if
Okay.
I put the origin here, I get 0 less than equal to 1. This satisfies. That means that the origin is included in the shading of that line. Correct? So if the origin is included, it has to be below it. Got it? Am I understandable, Nandini? Okay. Okay. So that is what it is. I don't think so that anything else is a doubt in this one. Okay, great. 2022, 44, 53 and 54. Okay, let me make an attempt. Forty-four is Mahima ma'am's question. I'll send her as well in some time. 44, 53 and 54. 53 is extremely easy. So this utility function is a monotonic. This utility function is a monotonic transformation of Cobb-Douglas. So this can be written as C1 into C2 to the power beta. So C1 will be 1 by 1 plus beta into the, okay, so if I write down C1 into 1 plus R plus C2 is equal to y1 into 1 plus r plus y2. So this will be basically y1 into 1 plus r plus y2 divided by 1 plus r. So this is c1 is equal to y1 by 1 plus beta plus y2 divided by 1 plus beta into 1 plus r. Now, if I were to find out del c1 del y1, that will be simply 1 by 1 plus beta. Just mark it. You just have to find out the optimal value of c1 and differentiate with respect to y1 and you'll get the answer. 54. 54 is a very debatable question. The reason is there are various ways to interpret this. So y1 and y2 are endogenous variable and mt, kt, it are predetermined variables. Now, whenever I need to estimate endogenous variable, for this one, there are two schools of thought. Whenever I need to estimate an endogenous variable, if I consider this as a regression, then I have only one variable here and I have two predetermined variables here. And whenever I consider this as one variable here and only one variable here, correct? So the one of the school of thought basically says that if there is one variable here and one predetermined variable here, then this is exactly identified and this is over identified because I need to estimate one and I have two predetermined variables. So one school of thought says that the answer is C. The other school of thought says that if this is not a regression and these are two endogenous variables, like for example, I can write y1t minus alpha 1 to y2t is equal to something. So there are two endogenous variable and two predetermined variables. So this is exactly identified and this will be under identified. Right, but that's not there in any of the options. Okay, so depends on the school of thought. So you may mark C as an answer, but it is very unclear. The question is unclear, and hence it's best just to avoid this question. Yeah. So if there are two predetermined variables and two endogenous variables, then this is exactly identified. And equation 2 should be under identified. I don't know why it's over identified. It should not be over, it should be under identified. Okay. But if you turn it into a regression, then answer C should be the answer. Yes, that is an issue, Gauri, but it's like being covered extra. It's extra coverage. What to do in this? This is a GK question. Bretton Woods gave birth to GATT, GATT. This is a very basic thing. So either you know this or you don't. You can't prepare for such questions. Right. So let me send over ma'am to take over any macro doubts that you may have. I was happy to take in the micro math and statistics doubt. Now handing it over to Mahima ma'am. Just give me a couple of minutes. She'll be joining the session.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so can I know your doubts, please? Gate 2022 question 44. Do you know this is pretty basic actually. Do you know the growth accounting equation, Ayush? You're just supposed to use that. So you need to study the growth accounting equation to be able to do this. Then Harish, is that question for me or was it for Sir 2021 question 40? Okay, statistics. Oh, okay. Anything else for macro? Gate 2021 43. Okay, let me open that. Okay, I think I know this question. Okay, so let me do this one for you. So this is Gate 2021, question 33. Consider the following table. You have these certain variables. So there's currency in circulation. Now, cash with banks and currency with the public. So basically, currency circulation is a sum of these two: cash with banks and currency with the public. Okay, but we need only C, which is the total currency in circulation. We don't need these. Then this is other deposits with the RBI. We'll call this OD. This is bankers' deposits with the RBI. So this is the reserves kind of that the commercial banks deposit with the central bank. Then this is demand deposit and this is time deposit. Okay, so these are the different variables and this is how we can group them. Now, all values are in rupee 1,000 crores based on the given data, the average broad money multiplier. So we've done money multiplier. Money multiplier basically means, so you have money supply here, and then the multiplier, small m, which is the money multiplier, and B is the broad, it's the monetary base or high powered money. So m by B was the money multiplier. Now, the B remains the same throughout. So the monetary base. Now, monetary base will be C plus currency plus reserves plus other deposits. Okay, so deposits of commercial banks with the RBI. Okay, so both other deposits and the bankers' deposits with the RBI, these are both falling in the same category. These are deposits by the commercial banks with the RBI. So C plus R plus OD will be the monetary base. Okay. Now here, if it was the money multiplier, okay, so if it was just the money multiplier, then M1 would be C plus DD plus OD. Okay. Now, since this is the broad money multiplier, this is going to be, so broad money, which is M3, it's going to be C plus DD plus OD plus time deposits also plus TD. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to add C plus DD plus TD plus OD to find M3. Okay. So this is, so adding these 4 is going to be M3. Then adding C, OD and bankers deposits. This is going to be monetary base. Okay. So you add the red ones, the maroon ones, you add the orange ones. So M3 over the monetary base is going to give you the money multiplier. So you do that for all the 3 years. So this is, let's say this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So M3 is going to be 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5. Monetary base is going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3. So you do take out M3, take out B, and then you divide and you get the small m. You get small m for April, May, and June, and then you take an average. That's going to give you the answer here. I hope that clears it, Gauri. All right. All right, anyone else? Anybody else? This is a mock test question, Tyasa. This is correct. Anything else, anyone? Okay, if nothing is there, then I will close this session, and I'm going to wish you all the very best. Stay calm in the exam. Find the questions which seem more up to your steam to be able to do them. Don't bother about something if you don't know it. Bother about what you know and go ahead. Do it with confidence, and I'm sure you'll be able to manage well. All the very best. Take care. Bye-bye.